Let's talk about something that's going to be both surprising and encouraging, especially if you're a man over 50. You might think your days of catching someone's eye are behind you, but let me tell you, there are subtle, undeniable signs that you are still very much attractive to women. And here's the beautiful part. Most of these signs have nothing to do with having a six-pack, a head full of hair, or looking like you just stepped out of a magazine. Attraction after 50 is different. It's deeper, more authentic, and in many ways far more powerful than what you experienced in your younger years. The kind of attraction we're talking about today is about presence, confidence, and life experience, things that don't fade with age. They actually get better. So grab a comfortable seat because I'm going to walk you through the real-world cues that tell you, yes, you still have it. And gentlemen, some of these might surprise you. One of the first signs is that women genuinely enjoy talking to you and they linger in conversations. They're not rushing off, glancing at their phones, or looking for an excuse to end the interaction. Instead, they lean in, maintain eye contact, and seem genuinely engaged. This is because, as an older man, you carry stories, wisdom, and life experience that younger men often don't have. Women find that refreshing and attractive. The second sign is when women laugh more around you, even at your not-so-funny jokes. Humor is deeply connected to chemistry, and if a woman is more relaxed and more amused in your presence, it means she's comfortable with you, and comfort is incredibly attractive. Another sign is when women make excuses to be around you, whether it's joining you at the coffee machine at work, sitting near you at a meeting, or initiating small talk at social events. Subtle, but powerful. Here's another one. They ask for your opinion or advice on things outside your profession. If a woman is asking what you think about her new car choice, her vacation plans, or even how to solve a tricky life situation, it's because she values your perspective and trusts your judgment. That trust builds attraction. And then there's the physical contact. A light touch on your arm, brushing against your shoulder, or even a playful pat on the back. Physical proximity is a strong subconscious signal of interest. If you notice that women are naturally closing the gap between you, it's not accidental. Even small, almost invisible things matter, like when they mirror your gestures or match your tone. Humans do this unconsciously when they're drawn to someone. Another sign you might not notice. They remember small details you've mentioned. Maybe weeks ago you mentioned you were going fishing, and they ask you later how it went. Remembering and revisiting small details means you've stayed on their mind. Or when you walk into a room and you catch a woman quickly fixing her hair, adjusting her shirt, or straightening her posture, that's a micro behavior tied to attraction. Women, just like men, make tiny self-adjustments when they want to be perceived well. Now, let's talk about something most men underestimate: the way women respond to your energy. If they seem calmer, happier, or more comfortable after spending time with you, that's a sign you've got an attractive presence. This is a quality that often gets stronger with age because you've learned to stop trying to impress and instead focus on being authentic. Also, watch for invitations. If women include you in group outings, ask if you'll be at a certain event, or check if you're free to join them for coffee, it's because they genuinely want you around. And here's a big one: unsolicited compliments. It could be about your voice, the way you dress, how you smell, or even how well you handled a situation. If it's coming out of the blue, there's a spark there. Now let's get to the part that many men overlook. You may be thinking, but Dr. Anabel, I'm not the youngest guy in the room. True, but attraction at this stage of life is about more than just youth. It's about confidence without arrogance, being present without being needy, and listening without judgment. These qualities are incredibly magnetic because they are rare. And here's the kicker. Women know that a man over 50 who still carries himself well has likely done the work to become emotionally intelligent. That is far more attractive than abs. Let me share a quick story. I had a patient, Tom, 62 years old. Divorced for over a decade, he thought his dating days were behind him. He told me he noticed that women at his gym, at his church, even in line at the grocery store, would often smile at him or strike up a conversation. He thought they were just being polite. But when I pointed out the consistency of these interactions, he realized these were actual signs of interest. Tom started paying attention, responding warmly, and soon he found himself in a healthy, happy relationship, something he thought was impossible at his age. And here's the thing, if you start to notice these signs, I don't want you to ignore them or brush them off. I want you to own them. Because they're telling you something important, that your presence still has an impact, that you still bring value, charm, and interest into the lives of others. And in a world that constantly tries to tell older men they're invisible, that's worth celebrating. Before I wrap up, let's talk about 5 daily micro habits that can instantly boost your attractiveness after 50. The first is the 3-second posture reset. Every time you walk through a doorway, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest, and imagine a string pulling your head upward. It takes seconds, but people notice. Second, learn and remember names. Using someone's name in conversation makes them feel important and seen. Third, upgrade your handshake. Firm but not crushing, with warm eye contact and a genuine smile. Fourth, have a signature. It could be a cologne, a favorite jacket, or a style of storytelling, something people remember you by. And fifth, practice a daily gratitude scan. Each morning, think of 3 things you're grateful for before touching your phone. It sets a positive tone that people can feel. Here's the truth. You can have gray hair, wrinkles, and a few creaky joints and still be one of the most attractive men in the room. Because real attraction, the kind that lasts, isn't about youth. It's about presence, confidence, and the way you make others feel. So from today forward, I want you to own your space. Notice the signs, enjoy them, and remember, the most magnetic man isn't the youngest. He's the one who knows exactly who he is. I'm Dr. Anabel, and I'll see you in the next one. And trust me, the best years, they're not behind you. They're right now.